And it will be Hayden Williams starting out of pole position for the Fastmaster COVID Cup, and the 1NZ starting next to him will be the 10A of Brad Mosen in that beautifully presented Greenway TRD powered CP3. Peter Honeybell starting out of position number 3. Next to him will be Hayden Guptill starting out of 4. Next row back, it's the brother and brother-in-law. It's Michael Pickens and Brock Maskovich starting out of 5 and 6. Brett Morris Jr., after a couple of strong heats here tonight, will be starting out of grid position number 7, and Aaron Hodgson out of 8. Max Guilford, the 3NZ man we spoke about earlier, starting out of 9, while the 2NZ starting right next to him will be starting out of grid position number 10. The F2 sensation from last season, Jordan McDonnell, making the step up this season to the A-grade midgets, will be starting out of grid position number 11 in the 34V, while Jaden Worthington starting out of grid position number 12 in the 63A. Mitch Babish, the man from Kiki, starting out of grid position number 13 in the 95K, whilst Cole Robinson in the 99A for HLR starting out of 14. Ben Cometti out of grid position number 15, whilst Michael Morrison in the 77A out of 16. Troy Jeffries behind them, starting out of grid position 17, whilst Ken Palmer will be next to him out of 18. James Cossey in the 33A out of 19, whilst next to him will be Ben Matthews in the 7A. And last but not least, off the back row will be 21 of Braden Davison and Trent Way. So there was no semi-main here for the A-grade midgets here tonight. There was meant to be a cut-off of 20 cars. We've managed to squeak in another couple, and that's allowed us for our 22-car field here for the Fastmaster COVID Cup. A couple of punters up there having a lovely picnic. They can't see us, but we can see them, and you can see them all around the world if you're tuning in on Flow TV. So we've got the Giltrap group beat up Amarok cruising around the track, bunching up this field. So we've got the cars taking shape now. The Fastmaster COVID Cup is an event. It's illustrious. It's never been run before, and we never plan on running it ever again. This is a one-off. It is a trophy that is going to be presented to the winner of this feature race and never run again. So off the front row, it will be the Lucas Oil 1NZ man of Hayden Williams. Next to him will be the 10A fast man of Brad Mosen. That's a good-looking front row. 2 different chassis manufacturers, 2 different engine packages. It's Bullet versus CP3. It's Airslinger versus TRD. If you're familiar with midget car racing, they're brands that you are well aware of. You know your stuff, and you know that these guys have got the packages to do the job. As you're at home, salute this crowd, get to your feet, take off your hats, and clap these 4-wide salute. This is all for the live stream. This is for you guys at home. Raise to your feet, raise your beverages. This is going to be 22 of New Zealand's finest open-wheel midget cars you will ever see. So that is a fast-looking front row. We can't wait to see what these drivers are going to do, what action they're going to put on for the Fastmaster COVID Cup here, the first and last running of this event. So the lights are on around the stadium. It's still daylight here in the City of Sails, but the heat is about to be applied. We're going to see some fireworks on track. So we're looking at 8 p.m. New Zealand Standard Time here. If you're tuning in from around the world, Indianapolis, if you're tuning in from Australia, Sydney, or just around New Zealand, you've got the box seat. You're in front of your television right now. You've got a beverage in your hand, food at your fingertips, and sit back and settle in and watch the action as it prevails here at Lucas Oil Western Springs Speedway. The VW Amarok, brought to you by Giltrap Group, is off the track, and stand by. We are going green. Next time past the flag post, the drivers are past the cone, ready for the white line. 1NZ versus 10A. Fastmaster Midget feature, 25 laps, and we're green, and the jump goes to Mosen, down into Midas turn number 1. Fantastic start, slides up the racetrack, finds the little bit of cushion that is there. Hayden Guptill applying the pressure to his teammate, getting up the inside of Hayden Williams, can't prevail, and Mosen already off to a great start there. Michael Pickens already starting to cut shapes all the way through the field already, having started out at grid position number 5. He's on the back of Maskovich, but there's smoke there's smoke coming out of the exhaust of Michael Pickens' 54A, so we're going to keep an eye on that as this race prevails. But there's that smoke that we were talking about. It looks like it's coming between the headers and the muffler of that car, so we'll keep an eye on that. Might just be bypassing the muffler and coming straight out the top of the headers, but we'll keep an eye. Still plenty of action around the racetrack. Maskovich just gets up against that cushion here, but the battle on pack at the moment is between 4th, 5th, and 6th, and that's Honeybell, Maskovich, and Pickens. So keep an eye. Can Pickens get the slider? Nicely done up the inside of his brother-in-law, and that's up the inside of the Magnum Motors number 5A. But that car of Michael Pickens is just not slowing down, but there is our gas man, the man out front, Brad Mosen, in that beautifully presented 10A Greenways machine. No one can touch him at this rate. Hayden Williams has nothing for him. He's got 6 months of extra experience under his belt. And there's Honeybell with a beautiful slider on Pickens, but Honeybell gets him back. And Honeybell with his elbows up, he's got up against that cushion. He's found the moisture, and Pickens has got nothing for him. There's no drive there down on the black part of the racetrack. So Pickens chooses to prevail and follow the leader and stays on that high line. As we start to see Pickens tries to get up there once again with another slider up the inside of the 39 Vertex Lubricants vehicle and does so successfully. But Mosen now on the back of the lap traffic as we pay attention now to this battle, and Honeybell goes back another 2 spots. And Mosen is 1 car under his belt. He's got by the outside of Ken Palmer, and with only 16 laps remaining here, 10 down. Here we are. So we're still following with Pickens as he tries to hunt down the 91. There we are as we find Brad Mosen amongst the chaos. He's on the back of the 97, and that's Braden Davison. He knocks wheels with Braden Davison. Davison up into the wall, and he stalls it there. So Davison making contact with Mosen there, and yellow lights are out around the Speedway. So Davison, a last-minute add-on here, with there only being 20 cars actually being included into this feature with no semi-main. He was the 21st car. As we keep an eye on this, we look for a replay. So here's the 10 of Mosen. Oh, Braden Davison turns in. So, oh no, sorry, actually it wasn't Mosen. It was actually the car of Trent Way. So it was the 9A Greenway machine of Trent Way. Mosen was a couple of cars further back than that. So, commentator's mistake there, sorry, ladies and gentlemen. So we've got no push vehicle moving onto the back of Braden Davison at this point. So here it is. So there's Braden Davison there in the 99, but the 97 is actually up in front. So that incident did happen with Trent Way, as we assumed. So the 99 was actually further back. So Brian Guptill looking for a push there. I think that's the two-handed gesture. We saw the 1, the 2-finger, the 5-finger salute earlier. And I think that's the 10-finger salute. So Davison, not being the prime cause of that incident, will get a restart here. And this is potentially, well, I'm sure this is exactly what Michael Pickens was looking for, to close up the field. He started out in grid position number 5, but given the lap traffic and how Mosen had already checked out, he's going to be looking to take it to these 2 BSL stable cars that are currently running 1st and 3rd. And Mosen being, 2nd and 4th, but Mosen opting to go to the outside here. So it's himself and Pickens on the outside, 2NZ following Pickens here as well. So we got the 1NZ on the inside of the 10. Then we go back to Hayden Guptill, Michael Pickens, Brock Maskovich, 2NZ, Ryan Baker. Then we go to Honeybell, Max Guilford. Then we go back to Brett Morris Jr. and Aaron Hodgson. So that is our top 10 as the lights are off around the track. We look to go green next time by, with about a dozen laps left to run here for the Fastmaster COVID Cup. 25 laps is the overall distance. Mosen controls this. When is he going to go? Is he going to go early? Is he going to go late? Who's going with it? Keep an eye. And he goes. What has he got for him? Mosen with a great start there as Williams going to throw a slider. Can't get near it, but watch out for the 54 CRC machine of Michael Pickens. He clears off the 91 of Guptill. Pickens in third. Maskovich looks to follow him. So as we see the 5.8 trying to run that high line, can't make it stick. The top 4 drivers all running up on that cushion. That seems to be where the drive is. 15 laps to go, 10 laps in the books. Great restart there by Mosen. Looks like Hayden Williams has nothing to give at this point. Michael Pickens, they're all shadowing one another. The top 10 drivers all running that cushion, but it's just a measure of who's got the better car, who can run it cleaner, who can run it more consistently. And we've got a big crash in front of the commentary tower, and that's the 4 of Brett Morris Jr. So big incident there for the 4 of Brett Morris Jr. He's out of the car. The crew that are standing down in front of him, give him a round of applause for getting out of the car, ladies and gentlemen. Brett Morris Jr. out of the car, on his feet, as he salutes the crowd that is there. Philip Hansen just holding on to him so he doesn't walk out in front of the track. So we do have a replay of this incident here. So watching about 3/4 of the way down the straightaway, we've got Max Guildford looking a little bit further back. And there he comes, tips it in, hits that little bit of a rut there, all on his own. Over 4 times. That was at pace. The rate that car came past the commentary booth, that was a very high-speed incident there. So great to see Brett Morris Jr. out of the car, on his feet, and intact. So not what we like to see here at Lucas Oil Western Springs Speedway, but what we do like to see is a testament how safe these cars that are here, that King chassis keeping Brett Morris Jr. nice and safe there. He's out of the car. Just for those of you that are watching at home, the people that you can see in the crowd and sitting on the bleachers, they are all crew. So there is the crew that are here supporting their drivers, turning the spanners, fueling the cars, putting the new fresh rubber on, as we get that very sad looking King chassis for machine of Brett Morris Jr. off the track. So once again, Brad Mosen is going to have to withstand the pressure from that of 1NZ Hayden Williams. No doubt he'll be on the shocks. He'll be doing everything he possibly can from inside that car to try and have one last stab here at Brad Mosen as we look to take the green potentially next time by. All cars in formation are looking ready to go. Lights currently still on as we're still in position. As we're rolling around, lights are still on, so we won't be going green just yet. One more lap as we take a look at the field, and the stacked field that it is, and a quality field rounded out by those 2 last HLR cars of Cole Robinson and Braden Davison there. So the drivers just rolling around, conserving a little bit of fuel, taking a chance to grab a breath. Obviously no water bottles or anything of the likes here. So we're just sneaking Brett Morris Jr. off for a bit of a check with our St. John's ambulance staff that we've got here on track while we've got the opportunity. So the lights are still on around the track because we're obviously worried about driver safety as a paramount here at Lucas Oil Western Springs Speedway. The drivers on track that are intact and in one piece completely fine, so let's worry about the drivers that need a little bit of special attention. So we'll do that and we'll be going green very soon. So we take a good look at that beautifully presented BSL Racing Esslinger Bullet chassis. That gold leaf and the black and white, spectacular cars turned out of the BSL stables, just back a shock there. We've got the teammate car of Hayden Guptill on the outside of him. Lights are out. Ready to take the green next time by. As the cars take formation, ready to take the green next time past the flag post. Brad Mosen versus Hayden Williams. When are they going to go? Flag post is waving green flag, and we're green, green. As Mosen gets off to a great restart, but it's Hayden Guptill applies the blowtorch around the outside of Hayden Williams and does so successfully. Great move around the outside by the NZMT New Zealand Machine Tools machine of Guptill. Board his teammate napping as Michael Pickens just starts to latch onto the back of Hayden Williams. Slide job up the inside of Hayden Williams as Hayden used up his car too soon. It looks like it. Hayden Williams just getting into the left-hand side of Michael Pickens. As we've got the yellows out once again, it looks like the 9 of Trent Wade down there parked on the inside along with the 99 there. So once again, the 99 HLR machine, and we see Trent Way in there as well. So we'll have to wait and see to see if we've got a replay of that one. But wow, what a restart from Hayden Guptill out of the 4th position. Jumped his way forward and finds himself onto the Brad Mosen. So that's the Shane Snooks prepared Greenway sponsored Bullet Mopar there for Trent Way. So he is going to get a restart. Look to get that car fired up and ready to go. Nice low air pressure there, no doubt. Tuned up, set up, ready to run that slick racetrack on the low line there. So Trent Way, if and when we get a restart here for Trent, he'll be going off rear field. He'll be starting next to Braden Davison. So as these drivers get lined up, so we see Brad Mosen, he's opted to run to the outside. So we've got the 46 of Troy Jeffries there with a flat left front tyre. So that's unfortunate there for the 46A, as we see the 9A of Trent Way getting pushed off and chasing down the back of the field now as we look to take a restart. No doubt we'll probably be another lap away before we go green. The lights are still on around the racetrack. Once again, what a beautiful looking front row here that we've got. Now a new challenger. Hayden Williams, chewed up, spat out. Now it's his teammate, Hayden Guptill. The 2 Haydens out of that BSL stable. Lined up, ready to go. That beautiful gold looking rocket cover there on that Estlinger BB7. So as they roll around, no doubt we'll see the lights off around the outside of Lucas Oil Western Springs Speedway. They're already out, so be ready for racing next time. There we go. So as we get formation, the lights are off around Lucas Oil Western Springs Speedway for the 4th time. We look to take our restart here for the feature. Brad Mosen, Hayden Guptill. We go green, 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 and Mosen. Tight battle there with Guptill off the restart, but Mosen gets the jump. Michael Pickens looks to throw the slider up the inside. Is he going to get there? He gets up the inside, and Guptill will stand for Michael Pickens. 12 laps to go. Next time by the flag post. Mosen prevails. Another lap in the books for the 10A Greenway machine. Williams stuck in the mix there. Now it's the 1NZ versus the 2NZ. Baker's in there. But at the moment, no one's got anything for Mosen. But Cossey trying to work around the outside of Max Guilford. Gets the over-under, sneaks back up the inside. Then we look to the 2 BSL stable machines, the 2 Haydens, Guptill versus Williams. But at the moment, no one's got anything for the Clark TRD machine of Brad Mosen. 10 laps to go. This time past the flag post, 10 laps to go. What has Pickens got for Mosen? Is there anything less in reserve? The battle's a little bit further back. Honeybell versus Maskovich. Over-under battles going all around the track at the moment. The track is taking rubber. It's black. 9 laps to go for the Fastmaster COVID Cup here for Mosen, Pickens, Hayden Guptill, Hayden Williams, and Ryan Baker. That is your top 5 with 8 laps to go. This time by past the flag post. Max Guilford with a great run there. Great battle there in the back park. So tight battle here. These drivers are battling for the 7th and 8th position. There we go. So slight little touch there. We go back to the leader with Mosen. Streaks ahead at the moment of Pickens. Cool, calm and collected is Brad Mosen. 7 laps to go. No change for 3rd, 4th and 5th. It's still looking at Guptill, Williams, Baker and Maskovich. So there's no change in the lead. No change in the distance between them. Mosen has full control. This is the battle for 4th, 5th and 6th. Williams just dropping off his teammate now. So the gap, 5 laps to go. Mosen has full control over this one. Here we are. So Pickens starting to creep in just a little bit, but we're sticking for this battle at the moment between Baker and Maskovich. Here we are. So it looks like Pickens starting to make a little bit of inroads, but then Mosen just jumps him a little bit. So 4 laps to go. Is it too little, too late? Is it too little, too late for the CRC 54 machine of Michael Midgets? Mosen just straightens up the mid-turn at Penrite, mid-turn. But we stay with the 5 of Maskovich, the 2 of Baker. So still plenty of action throughout the field here. So 3 laps to go, 2 laps to go in the books for Mosen. What has Pickett's got? 2 laps remaining here at the Fastmaster COVID Cup. The first and last time that this event will ever be run here at Lucas Oil Western Springs Speedway. The gap is closing slightly, but Mosen has full control. Running that cushion, the track is taking rubber non-stop. 1 lap to go, white flag out around Lucas Oil Western Springs Speedway. Bring it home. Mosen, 1 lap to go. Greenway has done everything to get this event off the ground and running here at Boxing Night, and it's going to be the Greenway man in the 10A machine that's going to take the win. The Fastmaster COVID Cup goes to Brad Mosen. What a fantastic race. Great job there, Brad Mosen. He knows what he's done. He's taken out the illustrious, the one and done, never to be run again. Fastmaster COVID Cup goes to the Greenway man, Brad Mosen. Lovely salute there by the man that battled him so hard and fast for the first half of that race, Hayden Williams. But the man who wears the spotlight, the glory, is Brad Mosen. Here is our results. The man with the fastest time of our race here tonight, Brad Mosen, takes out the Fastmaster COVID Cup. Second place goes to the man that hunted him down out of grid position number 5, Michael Pickens. Third place goes to that of Hayden Guptill, Hayden Williams, 5th Brock Maskovich, and 6th Ryan Baker. Now we've got Graham Standrick down in the pits with the Greenway man himself. He's down there with you, Graham. Hand him over that Fastmaster COVID Cup check, mate. Well done.
Right, here with Brad Mosen, just as he unrobes as such. So yeah, certainly, Brad, that was a fantastic drive. You had a bit of pressure, a lot of restarts there, but first of all, I'd like to present you with the Fastmaster $1,000 for winning the very first and the Boxing Night feature at Western Springs Speedway on 2021.
Yeah, thanks. Firstly, I was just got to say thanks to Wayne for getting me back on board this year for the Greenway team, Wayne and Sebastian. What a start to the year. We've got a new car, we've got Tim on board helping out, we've got a CP3X and it's fast, so yeah, I'm happy.